She laughed as if the world had never once cracked around her, as if the walls had never heard her midnight tears, or the silence between us hadn't sharpened into something dangerous. The chandelier above scattered its light over her gown, splintering across the fabric and casting her imperfection, masking every crack beneath the surface. A delicate champagne glass perched in her hand. She drifted through the ballroom like she belonged to some other life entirely. Untouchable, admired, radiant. Then, mid-conversation, she opened her purse. Her hand froze inside. Nestled within was a simple gold ring engraved with our wedding date, the very one she had claimed lost 6 months ago. Alongside it, folded neatly, a slip of paper bore 2 words written in dark ink. The effect was immediate. Her eyes darted over the crowd, frantic, searching like prey sensing wolves nearby. Her breath caught. The practiced smile vanished from her face. In that suspended moment, I knew everything was over. We had been married 6 years. We met in graduate school. She was brilliant, luminous in ways that bent the room around her. Ambition clung to her like a second skin. I was quieter, slower to speak, someone who observed more than performed, drawn to people's unspoken truths instead of the words in my books. She once told me that's why she had been drawn to me, that I saw her when the world admired only her mask. And maybe I did. We started with nothing but stubborn faith in each other. Cramped apartments, stretched paychecks, dreams scribbled on napkins at midnight. Together, we built the skeleton of the consultancy firm we promised would one day be ours. Loyalty, transparency, a shared vision of forever. I clung to that promise long after her words had lost their meaning. Love didn't shatter suddenly. It eroded quietly in whispers, half-truths, and shadows. Late-night meetings, unfamiliar colognes, a phone locked away like a vault. She stopped saying we. Everything became I. I noticed, of course I noticed, but I stayed silent. That's what love does. It binds you even as they step out of reach. The truth didn't arrive in a dramatic revelation. It came by accident. An ordinary evening. She left her laptop open, carelessly. Too carelessly. I wasn't even looking, but the universe has a way of giving you what you've avoided. One email thread changed everything. Her co-worker Jared, attached photos, hotel confirmations, a smiling selfie of the 2 of them tangled in bed sheets. My wife, wearing my shirt, laughing in a way she hadn't in years. I didn't rage. I didn't collapse. I didn't speak. I closed the laptop, poured whiskey, and let the silence of the house press in. Shadows stretched across the floor, while I sat motionless. That night was a turning point, the last time I allowed myself to feel powerless. She never knew I knew. That secrecy became my weapon. I didn't lash out. I became deliberate, cold, measured. I collected everything. Screenshots, cloud backups, text messages, call logs. I hired a discreet investigator, the kind who asked no questions. I mapped where they met, tracked visits to the apartment they rented, compiled evidence piece by piece. Each discovery added weight to her betrayal. Then came the cruelest truth. It wasn't only Jared. Other names, other faces, hotel receipts in distant cities, a trail of careless confidence. She hadn't just betrayed me. She had gutted everything we built together, all while looking me in the eye and pretending the vows still mattered. I realized in what I loved had become a memory, a ghost I was holding on to. The woman standing under the chandelier, radiant, untouchable, wasn't the same woman who had once dreamed beside me. She was gone. What remained was an illusion, and illusions, once revealed, can never be restored. Money was bleeding from our consultancy through padded invoices, funneled into accounts under Jared's shell company. Small transactions first, cautious and invisible, then bolder moves as their confidence grew. Theft, fraud, betrayal stacked on betrayal. I stayed silent. I cooked her breakfast, kissed her cheek, pretending nothing had changed. She didn't see me, not as a husband, not as a partner. I became her shadow. Months of watching, collecting, planning. Avalanches don't erupt overnight. They build silently, heavy, inevitable. The perfect stage revealed itself at their company retreat. A lavish estate dripping in wealth and arrogance, courtesy of one of Jared's smug friends. The invite list was exclusive, carefully curated. I was invited, of course, but absence does not equal powerlessness. She still carried the purse I had given her last Christmas. She hadn't changed the tiny lock. Careless oversight. Enough for me. That night, amid champagne and laughter, a staff member returned her bag. She opened it and found a ring and note inside. 2 streets away, I watched via drone feed as her mask shattered in real time. Her smile vanished. Her face hollowed, crumbling under recognition. That silent collapse told me everything. By morning, the unraveling had begun. Our inbox received the first package. The board, theirs, Jared's wife, hers. Each one packed with evidence. Receipts, transactions, emails, all meticulously compiled, anchored by the investigator whose name carried weight, and ensured no truth could be swept aside. By noon, both were suspended. By Friday, termination, stripped of titles, escorted out. The firm release is polished. Empty statement. Internal whispers were louder. I filed for divorce immediately. Every receipt, screenshot, timestamp catalog like ammunition. She called endlessly, voicemails from pleading to hysterical. I never picked up. When she begged for a meeting, I replied with one highlighted paragraph from our prenup. Infidelity voids all claims to shared property. Nothing more. That clause left her with nothing. No apartment, no stake in the company. Not even a ring she had pretended to lose. The press never heard a word. My revenge wasn't for headlines or gossip. It was quiet, deliberate, and complete. No spectacle, no applause, just a collapse in silence, leaving nothing standing. Jared vanished, jobless, humiliated, marriage ruined, reputation in ruins. She lingered in the ashes, occasionally sending blank, wordless emails, as if silence could rebuild what betrayal had destroyed. I never replied. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I've moved past both. What she gave me wasn't sorrow. It was clarity. I am not fragile. Betrayal doesn't break you. It unmasks you, revealing what you're capable of when everything trusted is torn away. People say revenge is petty, but they've never been gutted by the person they loved most, never stood in the fire with nothing but rage and resolve. She thought it was just another toast, another night of empty victories. Instead, she opened her purse and found the truth. Quiet, final, merciless. A truth wrapped in gold, in 2 small words that ended everything.